Alright guys, Mr. Favor here for Concert Band. So today we're going to warm up on the concert E-flat major scale and have some fun with that. And we're going to play some arpeggios or triads in that key as well. So let's start out, play it in whole notes first. We'll get our metronome going. And before we even do it, let's look at those notes. So for flute and trombone and for basses, you guys have E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. And for clarinets and trumpets, you have F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. And for saxophones, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No sharps or flats. So here we go. Let's play it in whole notes. I'll do that part on the bass. 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Repeat the top note. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, Off. All right, very good. So now I want to play the first note, the third note, and the fifth note. Let's play those in whole notes. And so for flute and trombone and bass, your notes are going to be E flat, G, and B flat. So you're going to play those in whole notes. Trumpet and clarinet, you're going to play F, A, and C in whole notes. And for saxophone, C, E, and G. Okay, so let's play those. 1, 2, whole notes, play. 1, whoops, I'm playing. Let me start over in E flat. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third note, 2, 3. Fifth note, 2, 3, 4. Off. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. Off. Okay. So now we're going to play the minor arpeggio or minor triad. So you're going to play E flat, G, B flat is the major one. So now concert instruments like flute and trombone and bass, you're going to play E flat, G flat, B flat. And trumpets and clarinets, you're going to play F, A flat, and C. And for saxophones, you're going to play C, E flat, and G. So you lower the third degree of the scale by a half step. Okay, so here we go. And let's play them in whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Flat 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4. Off. 2, and again. Play. 2, 3, 4. Flat 3, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2, 3, 4. Off. And now let's play those same notes, but I'm going to play the root of the chord. I'm going to play the lower E flat, concert E flat. You guys play the flatted third or the fifth. Okay, ready? Play it. Very good. Let's do it again. 2, change this. If you played the minor third before, now play the fifth. Ready, go. Good. All right, so today we're going to work on Na Na Hey Hey. And I want to talk about a couple of different parts. Let's start out with the bass players and trombone players. And you guys have your E flat. You start out, first of all, your key signature. You have B flat, E flat, and A flat. You also have a G flat that's not in your key signature. So make sure, so like for trombone players, that's 5th position. For bass players, that's your 4th fret on the 2nd string. Right notes here, you guys, and so you also have your D flat in here. So for trombone players, that's also 5th position, and 4th fret for bass players on your 3rd string. Okay, so let's try it. You should hear the bass player and trombone players from the beginning. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so measure 8. Make sure you're going. You have a dotted quarter, so it's a beat and a half long, and then an 8th note, so it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Also, make sure you're doing the articulations right, so that you're playing your long E flat and then your shorter E flat. So it's in the very beginning is 1, 2. So it's long, short, long, long, short, long, long, short, long, short. Okay. All right. So another part I want to talk about is the melody part at measure 9 in our saxophones. You guys, and we have a couple of people that have this melody, saxophones mainly. But you guys have so I knew my mute was about to fall out because it sounded a little bit funny. It sounded a little extra buzzy. So anyway, let's start with the track and play it through the whole track. I love these tracks. And I'm going to have to make sure that my speaker is on. I'm going to pull up the track though. Go ahead and get it started so that I can hear it.
Connected.
Alright, we'll turn it up a little bit. Alright, that'll work. Here we go, from the beginning. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I played the bass with you guys that time. I think I'm going to play the trumpet this next time through. So you might notice that the articulations change at 32, and we're playing all long notes for the bass players. You know, it's weird because sometimes intense could mean that we're going to play staccato. That could be what we do to make it more intense, but on this one, they want us to play long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We just call it droning one note and over. So make sure that you are following those articulations note for note. All right, so here we go. Let's do it again. And I'll play some of the saxophone part on this. And I'm going to switch back and forth between parts, because I know the trumpet part has a part at 17. A couple people have that. At 17, so let me hear everybody that has that at 17. Okay, here we go. So I know that the saxophones, you start out with a whole note there, and then you guys break into a harmony part with that. So you have similar rhythms. You have C 2 3 4 E E D E D E D C G E A E D C E D C E D C G A C E F G C C B C C. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. I didn't want to do that with the track. Let's do it without the track. So, right at 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. Now let's do it with the track. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. So, be working on those inner parts. All that stuff we have with the 17. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da. Those articulations are super important. Make sure you're making the The short one's short, the long one's long. It just brings out the music, makes it sound a lot better. All right, so let's pull out Avengers. And I want to play that today. We have not been doing it for a while. And got my box full of all the music right here. And before we even get started, I want you guys to listen to the track and listen to your parts. I'm so grateful for these tracks. It's really cool to have them. And let's see. Here it is. Everybody follow your part. Listen to this and follow your part all the way through. From the beginning. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's the drum part. Sorry, we start over with the instruments. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, the tracks are great, and what I really like about it is to be able to hear all those inner parts, hear all those harmonies really well. In some of your classes, you may not have a first flute and a second flute, you may not have, first clarinet and second clarinet and all the different parts, but the harmonies are super important. And so, let's look at it. Look at measure 5, first of all. We have a lot of different notes coming in there, and it has to stay really, really steady. So we want to make sure that we have flutes coming in, we have who else do we have right there? Oh, I got the score. So, on measure 5, we've got flute, oboe, first clarinet, second clarinet, and they're holding out this note, and they got to hold it out for 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. So you got to take a deep breath. I don't think we need to stagger that because our tempo's not all that slow. It's at 120, but that note is super important. So let's make sure you're bringing that out. Also, on our first rhythm is Wadi and a 3, 4E and a 1E and 2, 1E and a 3, 4E and a 1E and a 3, 4E and a 1E and that has to just really come out. And we have our first trombone player that's doing the movement up there, so make sure you're getting all those pitches in there. So let's do it with the chart, with the track, and I think I'll play, at measure 9 too, saxophones, you guys have D, A, G, F, F, G, A, D. That articulation, you got accent that D, and then you have your A, and then you're going to slur to the G. A, G, ba-da, 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 bum. So you slur to the second note. So you guys have. So slurring is an important articulation, you know. So it adds a lot of flavor to that. Trumpets had the same thing at measure 13. So let me hear the saxophones and the trumpets at 13, since you have the same part. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, and then saxophones at 21, you guys have rest. D, D, 1, 2. G, D, A, F, D, D. And those articulations are super important. So, you're going to slur from your low D to your D. Ba, E. And then you're going to accent the G, G, and the D. D, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4. And you're accenting every one of those. It's on measure 23, it's 1 and 2. So make sure you accent all 3 notes. Ba, 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 E, and then slur to your D. All right. So let's play it with the chart, or with the track. Make sure I've got it turned up. All right. Here we go. I'll put bass on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice staccato right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So another thing, that little part that the flutes have and clarinets have, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before the E. You guys have 1 and 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So for flute and clarinet, let me hear you guys do that. Right at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 measures from the end. So you have 1 and 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3 and 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 off. Okay, so it's the classic tune. Let's play the whole thing again with the tracks. And I think I will actually play some trumpet on this. I have a trumpet part here. Yep, there we go. You ready? Here we go. Back to 9 here. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. See you in the next one.